Tesla's camera system is the best factory in-car system right now, but how does it compare to a 4K aftermarket system like we have here? Today I'm comparing the Model Y's built-in camera system to the 70My 4K T800 dash camera, which is the world's first 3-channel dash cam with dual 4K resolution. So most of you are probably familiar with Tesla's built-in system. 9 cameras on the exterior of the car, which Tesla uses for their autopilot and full self-driving systems. But in addition to that, they have Sentry mode, which records any happenings around the vehicle. Whether that's something weird that's happening while you're not by your car, it sends a notification to your phone, which is really convenient. Or something crazy happens out on the road, you can hold in a button and it will record that. It can be used as a dash cam, security camera, and it can all be remotely accessed from your phone. But if you don't have a Tesla and you want to get clear footage, that's why we're doing this comparison today, because not everyone has a Tesla, but using a camera like this and having it in your car can be extremely useful for things like insurance. I'm sure you've seen the scam where people drive around and then slam the brakes on and try and get rear-ended for insurance money and medical leave and things like that. If you have a dash camera put into your car and a quality one like this, then you can be protected from that. So I'm going to compare both of these systems, Tesla's system, which is excellent from the factory, and this one side by side, and I'm going to install it in my Model Y so we can do recordings side by side. Now, this camera system here is a dedicated 4K dash cam, both front facing, so you have a camera here, it's covered up right now, and a camera here, and rear facing, so you have another camera that installs in the rear of your vehicle. Now I am going to show you how to install this, and there are 2 options. You can either hardwire it or you can soft wire it. We'll call it soft wiring, and that is just such an easy way, and that's how we're going to do it today, because I don't want to deter people from not buying a dash cam because if you have to get it professionally hardwired, or if you're not comfortable doing that work. If you've never set up a dash cam in your life, you will be able to use the method that I'm about to show you, setting it up in my Model Y. So you can do both, and there are benefits to hardwiring it, which I will explain. So they include some electrostatic film for you. This goes on your windshield, it adheres to your windshield, and then there's adhesive on this mount that goes onto the electrostatic film. And there's even an outline here that you can put it right on. Now, one key detail, you'll see how these little knobs are on the upper part, and on the bottom there's more of a gap. These ones on the upper part, you want to mount this like that. So you want these on the shorter end to be facing up. Just a little detail that's in the directions that is important. So we are going to put the film down first. Then we are going to take the adhesive off the back of the mount. And there is backup adhesive for this and the rear-facing camera, so that is good. And again, that's a little on the shorter end, facing up. And then it's also good because you don't have adhesive actually sticking to your glass, and it's very easy to remove the electrostatic that it came with. And then from here, take the dash cam, click it in, and it locks into place perfectly. Now you can pick where you want to put it on the windshield. This is just where I'm putting it. And then this actually turns for the interior camera. And then you can run power right up here. But you could have this really close to the roof. You could have it, down here, wherever's out of your sight. But there is how easy that is to install. Now for the soft wiring. This kit's also included with a 512 gigabyte SD card. So we're going to install this into the side. And then again, to remove the footage, you can just save it to that or pull the card out, put it on your computer, give it to authorities or whoever you need to, insurance, and make it easy. So we're going to power it on there. There we go, and we'll be able to hide this wire here in a minute. We'll go with English. So you see right here it says parking surveillance cable undetected. Please enable function after installation. That is one of the things that is a benefit of hardwiring the system. So as far as install goes, effortless with the Tesla, but for this, it'll be a light DIY project as we just showed you, or it'll be a small cost to have it professionally installed. Some people can hardwire them on their own. Me personally, I'm not comfortable with that, but plenty of people are, or there are tons of shops that will do it for you. Now, the USB-C cable that they include in this kit is extremely long, so no matter if you're driving a Tesla Model Y or a Yukon or something like that, or a station wagon, you're going to have enough cable to get to the back of the car. Again, we put down the electrostatic film, we mounted the camera, and you're able to actually twist the camera to adjust it to get the perfect angle, and we tucked all of the cabling away neatly. And now for what's really important, and that is the image quality comparison. So here's the daytime footage of the Tesla out of the rear. Everything looks fine, might look slightly washed out. And here is the exact same footage recorded at the exact same moment with the 4K 70mm T800 cam, and it is remarkably better. It also doesn't have the fisheye bubble to it. The field of view is wider and the colors are just more vivid. So again, this is going to be important when you need to pick out small details. It even has your speed and date and everything at the bottom. Then we can flip over to the front cam, and this is important because if you need to get a license plate or something, so you can see we have a 400Z in front of us, and I'll stack the footage side by side. On the top you can see the Tesla footage, and on the bottom you can see the footage from 70mm. Again, the 4K footage is just better than what Tesla has. Now again, there is the convenience that you don't have to install anything from Tesla, but if you are looking to get something that is a quality camera, this absolutely delivers. And on top of that, here's the interior cabin footage. Now you can see the mirror is blocking my face out, but I'm sitting in there with my dog, and the colors are just really true. I'm actually shocked when you look at these side by side how much better 70mm's camera quality is. So this is certainly a quality camera and is going to record everything that you need, especially like this. If we pinch in on the license plate here, you're able to clearly see it on the 70mm, and right here you can also see it on Tesla's. So again, just the clarity and the field of view significantly better in the 70mm camera. And I'm actually shocked to see it because I just thought Tesla's system was really good, and it is, but just the field of view and color accuracy is better in this third-party camera. Plus the addition of easily accessing the interior camera is cool as well. And then using the voice controls I think was really cool. So image quality, the clarity, the field of view, and color accuracy is better on the 70mm. So when using your Tesla, if you go into safety and then you scroll down here, you can see dash cam. So on honk, you want to make sure you have that turned on, because if you hit the horn, generally something is going wrong. So when you hit the horn, it'll automatically start to record that event for you. So that is useful. Also in here, you can delete your dash cam clips, and you can format your USB drive and all of that stuff. Somewhere that's worth looking at to make sure on honk is turned on. Additionally, you can change the scroll wheel function. So currently, if I hold it in, I can change the fan speed. But if I go over to menu, I can go to save dash cam and select that. Now I've configured the wheel over here when I hold that in to record a dash cam clip, and it says dash cam footage saving. That is how you configure your Tesla to be able to make sure you're using the camera system properly. I think that's like the easiest. Definitely having on honk turned on is good, but then also having this button here, you can also change, like if you want to put it in chill or sport mode with this button. There's a lot of functionality built into this button, and I think one of the potential ones that could be useful would be making this your dash cam configuration. Now the 70mm has constant loop recording. It also has the optional parking mode if it's hardwired, and it has event detection, which if there's an impact or something like that, it will record and save the footage. That way you can have it for insurance reasons, which is really important. So again, the Tesla has all of this built in. It's very simple. But if you don't have that and you want to have the same functionality of Tesla's camera system in a car that isn't a Tesla, this has been very easy to install. I love the voice commands on it, and also having the app features as well. Now, you can download footage on your Tesla app directly to your phone. They're 30-second clips and they're compressed. It's the same on the 70mm video here. So within the app, yes, you can access your footage and it's fairly clear, but ultimately if you want to look at it in full quality, you're going to take it off of the SD card that we put in the side of the camera. That's going to give you the most cinematic footage, I almost said there. But yeah, the highest resolution footage is going to come directly from that card. All right, so something really cool that I found in here. So it has voice controls as well. So this thing has voice controls. So all I have to do, you can see the voice commands here listed out. So listen to this. Take a photo. Took a photo for me. Or record video. So that's really cool that you can actually do that. Because you got to think, if you're in a stressful situation or you want to take a picture but keep focus on the road, it has those features. And you don't have to go, okay, did I hit the right button? It's just doing it for you, and it shows that it's recording the emergency video there. So I think that is really cool. Now, in all fairness, the Tesla does this as well. Record dash cam. dash cam save triggered. So you have that as well. Now in the Tesla, you can't take a photo like you can on this dash cam. So it is an advantage that has, but again, you can take a screenshot of what you record on here. So really useful. Again, I like to have hands-off features. You don't want to have to think about using it. And the fact that it has the impact feature where if you get in an accident, it saves and records it onto the device. That is cool too. So very comparable with voice commands. In addition to video, you can also record audio. Now it's recording audio. So now on to the app and footage access. For Tesla, you view clips directly in the Tesla app and you can download 30-second clips. But if you want to get the full resolution footage, then you must use the USB for external access. The USB is stored in your glove box, so you can just pull it out of there, plug it into your computer, and then that is how you will get full access to full resolution clips. Now for 70mi, you need to have the Wi-Fi connection to the smartphone app. That's very simple to set up. And then you have easy preview, download, and sharing. You can also, as I said earlier, remove footage using the SD memory card, and this is going to give you the full resolution footage. Just like the Tesla, you're going to have to either remove the USB drive from your Tesla or remove the SD memory card from whatever card you are installing this dash cam in. But what about reliability and redundancy? Well, Tesla is fully integrated. It's always running and there are fewer parts because you don't have to install anything. Plus, it gets over-the-air updates over time, making it better and better. But 70mi also does over-the-air updates to their cameras. It's an independent system with its own storage, and it works even if the car's system fails. Now, the other cool thing about the 70mi T800 is it supports up to 3 minutes of pre-recording. So in case of an emergency or something like that, or if you get cut off and sideswiped, it's already recording things that happened in the past, and that is extremely useful. Now, there are some really cool settings that you can adjust within here. For example, if you don't want to have your speed watermark on there, you can turn that off or you can turn it on depending on what you're doing. If you don't want the 70mi logo on there, you can turn that on or off. It's nice that they offer that as a feature. The other thing they have here is their motion detection. Now, this you have to hardwire it to get access to this, but what this does, it uses AI to locate suspicious activity, people standing around your car for too long or walking too close to it. It will record them. That way you have all of that footage while you are parked. So for installation and cost on both systems. So obviously on Teslas, these come pre-installed, but if you don't have a Tesla and you want to install something else, or you want to install this on top of it, 70mi can be hardwired, or if you aren't comfortable with that, it's a very simple install with the included USB-C power. The hardwire route, however, does give you more features, and here's what they are. 24/7 parking surveillance mode, AI motion detection with precision tracking to detect and record events, 4G connectivity support, which enables remote access and alerts when used with the 4G kit. It also has 70mi LumiVision, which delivers vivid true color night vision even in low light. It has battery voltage monitoring, which is smart power management to protect your vehicle. And finally, collision detection. So it automatically records and locks footage in case of an impact. So the final verdict, the best for convenience and easy integration is obviously Tesla because the car comes with it. But if you don't have a Tesla or you want to run a redundant system for whatever reason to have better quality, then 70mi absolutely delivers. There were no tricks or anything done with the recordings we did. All we did was stack them on top of one another so you could see them for yourself side by side. And the 4K images are just better. There's better field of view, there's better color accuracy. And on top of all of that, it was easy to install and retrieve the footage. That's what is most important. You're installing these for safety and security in the case of an event where you need to have the footage, and it made it really easy, especially with the voice commands. So I'm curious to see if there's anyone out there running a dash cam on top of Tesla's built-in systems. Also, since this camera is just launching, they have their early bird discount available, which is all linked in the description. The 70mi 4K T800 dash cam did really well in this test, and I highly recommend you check it out on their website. So I hope this video was useful to you guys, but if you want to see more Tesla accessories, click on this video right here.